It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the Jets and the reigning Super Bowl champs, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Tonight we move on to week 2 of the preseason, and we've got a good matchup here between the New York Jets and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, it's Zach Wilson. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Fighting to stay upright. Staying on his feet. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So the Bucs now in great shape to begin their initial possession. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it is permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give a better chance to lead the team to wins.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaking up on the play.
Let's go.
Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Fournette. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
This Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw here. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Ryan Succop for the point after. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Getting the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That's on big Mekhi Becton, first-round pick in 2020. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Wilson to throw. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Wilson. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run. And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll drop to throw. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one.
third down. They gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
They'll go with a big bank Fournette, and he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. Leonard Fournette denied on 4th and goal, and the Jets are going to get the football back. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll give to Elliott. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they can use something here on 3rd down. Now Wilson down around his goal line. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll get this up to right around the 8-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So out come the Bucs now. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down in position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. He's like the coach told us all the time. A lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we'll tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. These two teams all tied after 1. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And take it right on the 30. That'll be a 43. Punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll begin with much more advantageous starting field position than they did on their last drive as they come up here 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete, as we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason. They've left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. He'll get this to Elliott. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back now comes Tampa Bay. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Going up top for Miller. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
When I was in school, math was not my strong suit, but I did learn enough to know how to play cover 3. 2 corners and a safety divide up the field in thirds. On this play, the corner didn't get fooled by anything in front of him. Kept his coverage all the way down the sideline in the deep 3rd position and makes the interception.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. The give is to Elliott. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Everett.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. To try again after the sack. Wilson, he'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. To throw is Wilson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The defense defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot. You're
exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They'll look to throw now on first down. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years of not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. The Bucs on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And for the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. That's on the guard, Alex Kappa.
Still third down.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Wilson. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Vita Vea never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Braden Mann now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Buccaneers offense ready to rock and roll again. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
This is caught by Evans. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
There's Evans again, complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Again, he'll drop to throw. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Second and 4. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle? No mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They'll look to throw. Quick hitch, complete. It's Jones. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the giver. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Play action now. Trask. This one swung out here to Jones.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Now a first down carry by Jones.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
To throw is Trask. They'll set up the screen to Vaughn.
Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Definitely the last. Thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. A give to Jones. Runs over it. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Trask to throw it.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Third and short yardage, Trask.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground.
Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me?
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Here's Raheem Mostert, the local product from right here in Florida.
And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Weaver. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
On the handoff, this is Mostert.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
2nd down and 7. Once again, it's Mostert.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU.
3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know where we're headed on this. Terrific catch, gets his feet down, sets up a 4th down and short situation. But I bet we're wondering, why didn't he get to the 1st down marker running his route? Am I correct?
You got to know where the marker is, right?
Got to figure it out. I know every receiver is taught that. Sometimes circumstances change it. At least they have an opportunity to make a decision.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Elijah Moore.
44 yards. And the Jets have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a Jet touchdown.
Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd down, another shot for Jones.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A first down run here by Jones as he'll take it forward for a gain of about 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll go again to Jones. Bulldozes past him. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 35. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. They'll try and run for it with Vaughn. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
On 1st down, they go back to Vaughn again. Big hole up the middle.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
On the ground with Vaughn.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On 2nd down, it's Vaughn.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
From the gun, Trask.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Flush to his right, and it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Jets are going to get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Again, he finds more. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Still 1st down.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. And he stopped immediately there.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Extra point try now for Succop. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. New York's offense back out there and set to go. They will look to flush the memory of that pick six as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the fourth quarter, getting down to the good stuff. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Shoves him aside. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The defense did their job. Fourth quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at him from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Back now comes Tampa Bay. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. Vaughn on 1st and 10. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now Trask. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, Trask. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a man open down the middle of the field. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A first down throw for Trask. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Again, it's Jones. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Vaughn on the handoff. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried.
And he's in for the touchdown! And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they've lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Succop for the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it ends with what will almost certainly be the game-winning score as the lead is 7 here in the final moments. And with
time a factor here late. He'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the fourth quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the fourth quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.